Okay, today you're going to need your workbook and your exercise book. You're going to turn to the end of your last piece of work. You're going to rule off and you're going to write today's title and date. And the title today is Writing Numbers as Words. Right, your first task, I want to know how to spell the following numbers. So working together as a class, can you spell all of these numbers? Pause the video, check that you can, and then we'll check our answers together. Okay. Check, did you get this list? If you didn't, make sure you put your corrections down. It's really important that we know how to spell our numbers because then people can understand what we're writing. The other thing we're going to look at is how we're going to write bigger numbers. We're going to have a little think about place value. So I've actually turned my page sideways for this, just to give me a bit more space, and you might want to do that too. I've just realised I've run out of half pages, so I'm just going to fold, I've got half page again. Now, the really important thing to remember about our counting system is it's all grouped into threes. So I start off and I have my ones. And then I've got my tens. And then I've got hundreds. That's my first threes, up to hundreds. And then I've got my next group of threes, and they're the thousands group. So I've got thousands, and then I've got 10,000 and 100,000. After my thousands, I get millions, and it follows the same pattern. I get millions, 10 millions, 100 million. And after millions would come billions. And that's going to follow the same pattern. So billions, 10 billions, 100 billions, and after billions comes trillions, and it follows the same pattern. So as long as you remember that we are always in these little groups of three. So we have the ones, the thousands, the millions, the billions, and so on. And it's these little groups of three that help us work out how big things are. So if I write here, I have 2. Here, I have 20. 200, 2,000. But then it's 20,000, 200,000. So it's following that pattern. Ones, tens, hundreds. 1,000s, 10,000s, 100,000s. 1 million, 10 millions, 100 millions, 1 billion, 10 billions, 100 billions, always following the same pattern. And all you've got to do is look at where it lies. So what I want you to do is I want you to make up a number, say it to your partner, and see if they can write it down. So hopefully you managed to do that. So the next thing we're going to do is to look at what happens when I have a written number and how I can turn it into figures and the other way around. So here I've got 50,335. So I'm looking back here, and 50 takes me like 10,000. So I know 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 columns. So I've got 50,300. So that's going to be in my hundreds column. And then 30 in my tens and 5 in my ones. Now we can't leave a gap. So I've got a 0. So 50,335. And one thing it's good practice you can do, after each group of 3, you can put a little comma in to make it easier to read. So having a look now at this number. Which column does that 6 in? So remember, think about your groups of 3. Pause, talk to your partner, decide what you think the answer is. So hopefully we've got 6 million. And then I'm going to look here, my 100,000, my 10,000. So that's my 10, so that's 30. And it's just 30, it isn't 31 or 32 or anything. So 30,000. That's my second group of 3. So my millions, my thousands. And then I'm going to look here at my ones. And I've got 210. Okay, make sure you have the notes copied down. And now it is time for your workbook. And we are going to be working on Unit 2 now. So pages 69 and 70. And you're going to have a go at these exercises. Okay, check your answers for the main section. As always, use a different coloured pen and write down any corrections that you need to. The bottom ones are a bit small. It says 245,346, 2,432,030. And here are the answers to the star challenges. And really well done if you did these.